He's spieling on about one other thing. Do not attempt with personal ships to reach the southern docks. The whole zone is a no-go zone.
I mean, I really like that.
You will be shot and destroyed.
Well, that's just comforting.
She's just gonna give a little bit of a laugh and go, nothing different from usual. Nothing at all. Not at all. Just the usual life for me. How about you guys?
Huh?
Getting shot at. Pretty normal, no?
Accepting all on foot or by caravan.
Huh. Gonia, do you have perhaps a caravan arranged for us? No?
Okay, so I know that I have a 3-year-old yelling bloody murder. One sec.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time, man.
Wow, this is exciting.
Cause I keep hearing stuff about Final Fantasy 14. I might need to play that again.
Oh yeah, I picked it back up.
Yeah, I really need to get into it and take some more.
I'm starting to reach raiding areas and looking at.
Oh, I'll be right back real quick. I'll be there real quick.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. You guys still around?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
What'd I miss?
A lot.
Apparently, John's kid is murdering someone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna come back to the bar then.
So, one thing that you didn't miss is Yuki getting lost twice, ending up in the Dwarven brothel twice.
Alright, I'm back. Alright.
Did you hear me?
No, I just literally got
Not
back.
you. No, because Resim's back.
Alright, sweet.
So I told him
Okay.
you missed quite a bit of things.
Yeah.
Which was Yuki rolling 2 natural 1 on her geographical knowledge and ending up in the same brothel twice.
Should we be rolling anything for knowledge nature for the small cage? Because we know what Razine brings to the table just yet, right?
Oh, well, I mean, it's a cage. You can actually see through
Okay.
the cage because it's not like a solid cage. It's just like a wired cage, so you can see that it's a guinea pig.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you see him from there.
Sweet. Alright, then I'll just have Twitchy kind of sniff the outside of the cage. Just put him right next to you there. There we go. Go ahead, John.
Kind of look like the biting type, and I kind of just slide the cage away from Twitchy.
Twitchy's gonna look a little offended.
I mean, it's really just the teeth. You can understand, right?
So you're just gonna kind of look at him like, just kind of like cock his head and be like, meh, and then kind of like swag his tail with a little bit of arrogance, be like, and just go back. He's got a little bit of an attitude,
Yeah, I can see that.
but he's also magical and explosive. So he's fun because he's magically unstable, so he can literally belch flames, fart explosions, and the whole deal. So he's fun. Alright, let's see. Like, your character doesn't even give a fuck.
I'm back.
Welcome
About
back,
0 fucks given.
What's going on?
The Twitchy is offended because Twitchy went to go smell and see the guinea pig, and he moved the cage away and ignored Twitchy. So Twitchy gave essentially the and just walked away with an attitude. So he's all pissy.
Pissy Twitchy.
Why don't you roll for him? For
Well,
Twitchy.
because
No,
Twitchy is
that's-
within essentially the radius of my character. Whenever Twitchy is within a radius of my character, he is not magically unstable. So I would only roll if he's outside of my radius.
No, I meant like. 'Cause
Focus,
you can roll
focus.
skills and stuff with him as well.
Well, there's no reason to roll a skill for that, really.
I know. I'm just
Everyone-
suggesting you can.
Back to John.
Gunir looks to the wolf. Yes, this opportunity has shown up. Not quite in the fashion I thought it would, but I don't think any of us expected a band. But from here,
Terrible music.
if the crier was correct, my suggestion would be for all of you to take a caravan to this land, or to the port. Safety in numbers, simple as that is.
Ah, it's funny you should mention that because I do have a wagon here.
I was also going to suggest for everyone to go with you, Razim, and leave sooner, if possible, if you wish. You'd be traveling only as this party. Less numbers. But I think this is where I part with you for a moment. I'm going to go and check on the so-called port town.
So we want this to be a bit more expedient, yes, as we take upon our friends here's wagon, no? On a ship. Do you have a connection to a ship that we may use for this?
If that crier's correct, I would not suggest taking a ship.
Oh, I meant to be either our elf friend who has, something to travel with and carry our goods. Well, I would say our supplies has a ship we may use, or do we need to acquire?
Gonir is still facepalming. They just said any private ship will be shot.
So whose ship are we taking?
No ship. Their ship.
It'd be best we take the wagon. We take all of our stuff that we care to take with us, go to them, and then we offload what we are taking, and then stow it on their cargo. Take their ship.
That's what I meant. Their ship.
I thought you meant this ship here.
No, I meant we either had a ship or not, and if we didn't have a ship, we take their ship, which would be considered not private, no?
Yes.
That in itself will be something we find out later. For now, let us get there. This journey is nothing but steps. Let us not move too quickly. So, Artorius, this would be the moment you will be taking over.
Excellent.
Will you be okay?
I suppose I shall do my best.
I believe in you, Artorius. Though I do wish you good luck as well.
Likewise.
My falcon will be staying near y'all. I can send messages through him. That's why you're able to hear me earlier, Artorius.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep in communication as much as I can. But for now, this is why I impart all of you. And wish you the best of luck.
Might I suggest we travel at night?
It is going to be night soon.
And as we travel, please no flames.
Why do I feel like you're looking at me when you say that?
Well, I can see much better in pure darkness than I can with a flame around me.
Like, keep
More
in
or less
mind,
blinds me.
the goblin does have a lantern staff, so he'll just kind of
Yeah.
nonchalantly put his staff out. Shadak.
I will see. Okay, I'll wait for Ulrich to get back.
Yep.
I'm not talking to Ulrich.
I mean, that at 120 night vision range.
I have night vision as well as a goblin.
Fucking flashbang
But,
in your eyes. Oh god!
Right?
I love my staff. The fact that I can light it aflame essentially whenever I want to is great.
It's really useful.
Yeah.
You know what also is useful? Spark.
Alright,
Spark
so
is a very useful spell.
is a single person getting where I'm getting the reference of that incantation for the light?
No.
Nope.
Shadak.
Nope.
Dragonlance Chronicles.
Nope. Don't know what that is.
Graceland's incantation for lighting the orb upon his staff of magus.
Never heard of that.
Read a Dragonlance Chronicles sometime if you really like fantasy. You'll love it. It's
I don't
good.
have time to read. Well, I do read. I lie. It's mostly just numbers though, with a few letters in it.
Well, if you use oh shit, what's that one that gives like all the books that you can just listen to?
Audiobook?
The one that's tied to like Amazon and shit.
Audiobook.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Audible.
All three
Audible.
Chronicle books are on there, so you can just do that if you want. I think they give you like 2 free books when you sign up. Anyway.
If I ever suggest a book, it'll always be Ringworld. No, Discworld. Discworld. Because that is fucking hilarious.
But yeah, Raceland Majir is a character I'm kind of referencing when it comes to this character a lot. Hence the incantation for the staff. I couldn't help it. It's one of my favorite characters.
Gotcha.
Even if he becomes a kind of an egotistic evil bastard, in the end, he's still originally a very complex character. So I like him. Just he has a lot of sarcastic wit. And he's quite blunt. And he gives no fucks when it comes down to a lot of stuff.
He's quite blunt. Smoke weed every day. No, has anyone ever heard of Discworld?
I actually have not heard of this world.
Yes.
I heard
Just-
it's strong.
Discworld is fucking hilarious.
Indeed it is. It's a flat world on the back of 4 giant turtles on the back of a giant space sea turtle. So maybe
The
don't.
The books are not about that. They're actually living on a giant dartboard.
Yep.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Welcome back.
So Gunir's leaving. Gunir's heading out. It says, do what you must to travel. Be safe. With this much news going through, the roads will grow treacherous quickly. But, as I said, some of you will be paid, others have other motives to join. He starts pulling out small bags of gold, throws one to Razim, Peaches, Yuki.
Boy.
Slink, you can at times.
Times? Okay. Well, that should be fun.
So
Alright.
you're
Just
fine
whenever
with
you
that?
need to, you just tell me.
Okay.
I'll kind of run on, not autopilot, but I can kind of run it just fine. Nothing too big, but some things will happen.
Alright.
No trouble. Again, Gunir throws just about everyone a bag of 200 gold.
Okay.
More shiny stuff.
Okay, let's go into equipment and take care of that.
Just
And, like, go ahead.
I got about 30 more minutes. I think I gotta be up at 4 in the morning for work.
Alright, Oric's fading too, so we'll probably wrap up here in a minute. We got the big thing I wanted to do, which was the parade out of the way. And this is literally the beginning of the journey to heading out, to leaving.
And we also
The caravan
bags
moving out.
multiple kind of cutouts.
And again, people's characters are more smoothed out. Hopefully, we can just start next time.
I really hope so. Because I'm really interested in this. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm glad.
I had so much fun just talking again. It was so nice.
Slight sarcasm there, Cadence.
No, Kane's actually probably enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. It was so nice. I loved it.
Either way, nice to meet you. Finally, good RP after 3 years with you guys.
Wolf, Kane's Wolf.
So. Yes.
But Gonir's looking to throw like a bag of 200 gold to you, Artorius, and he's kind of like, "Do you want it?"
No.
Gonir puts the bag back in his pocket. I will see all of you soon enough. Be safe. I don't know what lie in the waters ahead of us. But whatever it is, it will be interesting.
It's a good time to mention that never actually seen the ocean.
Well, at this point you kind of have, because you're right next to it.
I meant seen it as in been out on the ocean.
Well, only so many people have around here, I think.
Right.
So this is the moment where y'all can decide what you want to do. There's the combination of... I gave you 200 gold each.
200?
Yes.
Sweet. You gave me 200% my money.
Gnerzi's gonna make a solid point of that his rats from here on out on the sea will be essentially useless when it comes to any information gathering of any kind.
Rats live on boats.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't mean they can go out in the water and gather information, though.
No, but they can gather information on the boat. It's a
Hey,
big boat, right?
Focus.
Either way, he's gonna let Artorius know that when it comes to information gathering, he would not be as reliable once they're on the sea, but he'll do what he can.
Well... So... This is leaving with many options. You can go with the caravans early in the morning. They're setting up right now in the market square, moving like idiots, stumbling almost one another. One that really likes the pretty boy is trying his best to move things. The two in the butchery, the cookery, are very quickly shoving as much chocolate as they can in boxes. One in the magic shop is trying to set up as many things as he can as well. So there's the option of the caravan. There's also the option to leave by yourselves. There's also multiple routes to take as well. I wish I had an overall map, unfortunately I don't. Basically there's 3 routes to take. One that goes through the central forest that passes through a few more major towns. Who was that?
Can't.
Kings? Let Kings leave.
Yeah?
Probably lost his interpretation.
But King's still in game.
Yeah, he's still inside the actual D&D deal, the Roll20. I can't feel the end of my nose and my lips.
I got a question. As you know, a traveling merchant, and I get around. Would I possibly know a safer, like one of the safer routes out of what you're gonna offer us?
The first route I suggested, the one that passes through a few major cities, is the more likely the safer one, that it's policed more, if anything. But that's probably also the route the caravans are going to take. And that's going to be very clogged up and congested.
Well,
So much going on.
Would he know the right palms to grease in order to get through faster than other caravans?
Well,
It's less of greased palms and more of you would need actual grease to fit through, because their roads are going to be that congested.
Some way. I don't know which way, but some way.
But if we leave before the caravan, then we wouldn't be all clogged up.
You would, for maybe a day or two, until the other major cities move their own out.
Right.
Because they send messengers out. So those are going to be sending out their own as well.
The quicker you set off, the better you'll.
Again, you'll be moving by yourselves. There is a quicker route, the second one, but it only passes through one major city, Heimdall.
Well,
Which is Bruce here, they would know that one.
on exiting the city, is there a bridge or anything? In order to get to where you need to go, before you can get to the docks? And
The docks are to the right. Like, I'll bring you back to this city page.
Okay, so what are our options for them?
Again, give me a moment.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
The docks are right here
Okay.
and right there. There are many docks, and all trade, all passage is gone from those. They're not taking any passengers.
Okay.
They're only taking goods.
And the way we're taking, what?
There's,
depending on
again,
whatever caravan we take. What way do we take?
Okay. Give me a moment, please.
Oh yeah, take your time, John. No problem.
Again, the first route would be going out of this door.
Okay, let me.
Left. Left of our characters over here.
That'll be going out that door. Again, it passes through quite a few major cities. But it's going to take you a while. Because even though it may not be filled with caravans now, it will be. You'd have to be able to get there in a day, which you can't. This is a week's travel.
Well, on the way out, will there be a bridge of like?
No, there'll be a gate.
Okay, so there won't be any structural integrity that's wooden. Damn.
We're not setting things on fire. We're not setting the docks on fire again. Oh, we did that last time.
I wasn't.
Good, right?
Hey, if it was a rope bridge, my rats were gonna cheer for it. If it was a wooden bridge, I was gonna burn it fuck down.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
It's gonna take several days to get there, right? About how long do you think?
Week to week and a half. Again, let me suggest the other routes first. The first one is a week to week and a half, but it's probably going to be a lot longer due to the congestion. But it is safer. It is possibly the most safest route. It is policed well. But then there's this route. It passes through one major city, Heimdall. It is more likely going to be a little bit dangerous, but it's going to be a little bit quicker, for the simple fact of not many caravans are going to take it. Some will try to do it by as a cheating move, try to get around things. Get around this giant traffic jam.
Well, that name sounds semi-dwarven. What kind of city is Heimdall? If we were
Heimdall
to choose
is
that route.
Heimdall is a human city. It used to breed some of the strongest warriors, but now it breeds nothing.
So not even the guardsmen are up to the par of the guardsmen of the city we're in?
Not anymore.
I'm
Okay.
just flying that is going for now.
But there's also the third route, which follows the coastline. It'll go through two port towns. They themselves are considered fairly poor and not policed not very well policed either. This road is Problem is this road kind of disappears at times.
Marcus
So it kind of washes away, huh?
Depending, because when I say it follows the coastline, at one point it literally follows the coastline on a sheer cliff.
So we would have to shove Marco's character into the wagon and ignore anything she says.
I think we need to go right, and there's just down.
Well, here's the thing, though. There's a difference between knowledge survival and knowledge geography.
I know, I'm being a smartass, but
So I could find a way out of a forest easily.
And get lost
Problem is
afterwards.
problem is I wouldn't know where to go afterwards. Like if we have
We've made it out of the forest. You're now into a desert. You're gonna starve to death.
okay. Focus,
Well,
focus,
with
focus.
survival, you can make food. With survival, you can
Okay.
find food in desert. Yes.
All right, let's focus. So the third route again, it'll be a little bit quicker than the first route, and be close to the same time as the second. So the second one would be about a week, full straight. But sometimes that path just doesn't exist because it either gets swept away due to the sheer waves, or sometimes people just don't make it through it.
Well, out of character, what is everybody's thoughts on this? Cadence, you're still here, right?
He's not back yet.
Ah, shit. Okay, so we have the four of us to make that decision since John's character is essentially.
Well, I vote we do not take the main road, mainly because it's.
So that leaves us the two easier
The-
routes.
The problem with the coastline, if it's on a sheer cliff, we're gonna lose the wagon.
Yeah, that is a issue.
And with the wagon, say I can buy us enough food and supplies to last the entire journey, so we can just continuously keep going as long as somebody else can drive a cart. Right.
Right, and on land,
I-
my rats would have a huge advantage in scouting capabilities compared to, say, a full water route, right, of any kind.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at driving animals, so I can drive carts.
So the second route would probably be the best and most
Provided
opportune
I
for our
remove my,
group.
provided I remove my
She strips down.
Should I just
with
like
armor.
glue Twitchy to your character's shoulder and just call it a day?
for what? Directions?
That way!
If we're following a road, I can't get lost because it's a road.
Yeah, but if you're following a road, there's gonna be parts that fade out a little bit, just simply from overuse or from any creatures, say like any kind of herds of creatures coming through, would trample the road to the point where it's harder to see where we're going.
Alright, just
Someone will probably be on the front with me.
probably. Again. So, what do y'all think?
Probably the middle road.
Oh.
Second
Not
road?
which one.
The one that goes through Heimdall?
Yeah, we're gonna say.
Goes through one city.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. How about you, Ulrich, aka Artorius?
You are the leader of the group at the moment.
Probably switch the character after that.
I would say the second route just because it's relatively safe. It's not as safe as the first route. And although there isn't any particular reason why we should be in a rush, I personally don't want to be, caught up in the congestion and take a month. I know it probably won't take a month, but I personally would not like the congestion and would prefer to just get a move on.
Sure.
So the second route is best.
And on
The
top of
third
that,
route,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's very hard to get lost since our directions are simply follow the frickin' coastline. The cliff does pose a problem, but it really boils down to: are we going to pay attention to a time crunch, or are we just going to go, safest route?
True. And on top of that, my character as a goblin is untrusted. In a congested area with multiple
That's
caravans, we could have some
issues.
serious issues when it comes to any foreigners coming or going.
Well, here's also another issue. There's multiple caravans, and a lot of bandits would see that as an opportunity to hit said caravans.
Yeah.
Even though
Also, that road would be fairly policed as well.
I mean, even if it's policed, there is the point of, I have an uncrested race, so there is a, hey, that's a goblin over there, we'll just let it be and not worry about it.
And my character looks like a drow.
Yeah, so
Just-
they'd be more than happy
Yeah,
to just
so-
let us die.
Middle way. I mean, I can protect you and probably kill a few, but you can only do so much with.
I mean,
Too
honestly,
many
my actions, if you consider the fact that my goblin is a witch and utilizes fire and deception, that it would quickly become a moment of, let's just kill the goblin and his party.
Yeah,
If
that
I
point.
retaliate against the goblin, the bandits of any kind, or any aggression. the guards could see it in their favor. I mean, who's going to believe essentially a white goblin with a rat on his shoulder, currently spewing fire and doing other things? So I would say best the second route really suits the nature of the party more than anything else. I think we can work with it.
Yeah.
With the coastline, though, are we talking about, like, is the entire trip alongside cliffs? Are we going to have chances to
There's
fish? Or what?
Coastline is literally the coastline.
Yeah,
You'll always. Go ahead. I mean, well,
no matter which way we go, we're gonna have opportunities to get food. If we go to the coastline, we can fish. If we go through the second path, we
Well,
probably have a
Marco, it
forest
depends entirely if the coastline is mostly cliff. If it's cliff, we cannot fish.
No, it's not mostly cliff. There's just many parts that go onto cliffs.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So
fair.
we can definitely find places to fish. And again, survival is what's used for that. Great survival, so I can provide us with food. Usually.
Yeah.
Unless I roll shit.
So that sounds really good to me.
So both of those paths are great, and I do think the one that takes us through the main city, through a city, is decent because if we need to restock, we can.
Yeah.
So
And
that's my vote is on the second route.
Same here.
we're gonna be going with pretty much the food and stuff that I got stuffed in the caravan anyway. So eventually that will run out. So we do have to forage and then restock. So at least in the middle route, there's the one city we can restock in.
Yeah, and my rats won't eat our own stock. They will go out and eat and everything else they find, including people. What? I mean, so
What?
so they'll be fine.
They can't corpses.
I mean, they're opportunistic cannibals, so they
Well,
would.
let me put it this way: I literally have a swarm of like 100 rats alongside. That's when it comes.
Yeah,
to
they'll
that.
take a person down.
Yeah, so they have no issues. If they find somebody out on their own, it's like, oh, you're taking a whiz? Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll take care of themselves on foods. We don't really need to mention their food source, but they won't come into the consideration of whatever food stocks we have, because they will fully obey Gnerzi.
Besides, at some point, we're gonna have to fill my keg full of ale.
I don't think Gnerzi will have any problems with that, considering he
Ding dong.
carries around a gallon of mead at all times.
I have what is that? 48 gallons.
Yep, quite a lot.
Okay.
I got quite a bit of ale, so this is gonna be a drunken fucking adventure. Let's go.
Gnerzi's
Oh,
gonna be
talk-
happy.
Talking about just liquids and gallons and such, does anyone ever realize how much water you can create with create water?
A lot.
A fuck ton.
An absolute metric fuck ton. 11,000 cubic feet in one day.
Yeah,
That's
you,
level 3.
you can either do it as a puddle or just a torrential fucking downpour. It's your choice.
Yeah!
So every day, if we feel like having an Olympic swim against each other, we can just fucking do it. We just made a swimming pool right here. But this is our village. Not anymore.
Well,
Fucking
again,
swimming pool.
so we're going with number 2.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Second round.
Alright.
This is gonna be an adventure to get to our adventure.
Yep, more or less.
I mean, once
That's-
we get
yeah.
on the actual caravan, we can have events with combat with bandits,
Yeah.
creatures,
That's-
and anything else.
that's
So
how I
I'm
need
happy to hear it.
Alright, so y'all are going on number 2. So are y'all gonna start prepping everything to head out? And when are you heading out?
I can't actually like join on the head out. Like if you guys are gonna do it, 'cause I need to take the dogs for a walk and go to sleep.
No, I'm not saying we're not heading out right now, but I'm saying,
Plans.
like, our plan was, are you leaving, like, right now, or are you going to wait till the next
Oh.
day to get a full
Right now.
night's sleep?
We can't leave right now because if we leave right now, my thing only has 20 trail rations, and that's not gonna be enough to feed everybody. So at least,
Buy the market real quick and then go?
yeah, get food and you know.
So
And
essentially,
rations,
just before
supplies.
sunrise.
Okay. Well, then, I know you have to go, Sling, so message me everything you're going to buy, and I will kind of round that up to a good number.
Yeah. How many people are actually getting on the wagon?
Yeah, because
Quite
that's
a
an
lot.
important thing. Because wait, we do have 2 wagons because the old Swimty has his own.
Does
Yeah.
Does he?
And I honestly, if with the amount of people would like, somebody might need to get a horse, and if that's the case, I can cover a horse or two.
I'm small enough. I don't have to care.
Oh yeah, I mean the
And
rat,
it's right on your head.
the rat and the goblin, yeah.
We're safe.
Y'all is good, but like the Amazonian elf takes up a lot of room.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then your coworker would be 8. So we have 8 people coming along on this.
Plus animals, a lot of animals, because we have a bird, the dragon thing. We have
Well,
rats.
that can
remember
fly.
my swarm helps take care of her eidolon, so we don't have to worry about food on that. Twitchy
What
about
takes
all the
care of
guinea pigs
food
then?
from his buddy. Guinea pig is supplied by
How many
Rezine's
animals do
character.
you actually have?
So,
I got 3 guinea pig.
Oh yeah.
They're coming with us, boys. They're gonna see this adventure all the way through.
the rats
your
will
name?
understand that it's not for eating. They're not for eating.
Can I name one?
Yeah.
Can be Yuki's honorary pet.
Should we just
I'll
name
think
one
of it.
Screamer? Every time it's happy, it's gonna fucking screech at us, and we're all gonna freak out thinking there's something coming at us, and it's just be like, oh, it's a happy guinea pig. Fuck.
Honestly, I should get everybody guinea pigs. We can all have pets. Pet guinea pigs for the adventure.
What? I can do an ear-piercing scream that only affects one target. They're the only person who can hear it. They're stunned and take damage from it.
Dual wheel guinea pigs.
Right?
Oh god, we give them like little headbands like they're Rambo.
Okay, anyway, back to the point here. So we have 8 people on caravan food. Because if we don't consider animals, because apparently our animals are taken care of by our own food amounts we
Self-sufficient.
have with us. They're self-sufficient.
5 days will be 40 rations. So you would need about
Let me check my
Six
my
rations.
ration amounts that I already have taken care of.
Just kind of shooting this out there. What if I just buy a cow, and then when we really run low, we can just slaughter the cow and like eat it, and then I'll buy a barrel of salt, and then we can actually
Here's the
kill the
thing,
rest of the meat.
I'm just
I can
picturing the entire swarm like swarming over to make it into nothing but bones.
I was gonna say, since I know John will miss hunt and such, it's likely if I roll really well in survival, just find and kill a really big creature, and we'll have enough food for like.
How long is the trip to the on the second route?
About
how
a
many
week.
rations? I have 6 rations straight out.
so you would have enough rations for most of the trip. You need a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 20 rations, so
I literally only need like 1 or 2 more rations, so not bad.
I might need to get more animal feed and stuff like that.
I'll look at the price on the
I have
site and
trail
and
rations
stuff.
2 weeks worth.
Yeah, I have 6
I have
rations
six
gnome
rations.
rations, which is the closest I can figure to goblin rations.
Yeah,
But
so I have
here's
5 days and then 2 weeks worth because someone to be food. I remember.
here's the real question though. Do you want to eat trail rations? Because that's just kind of nasty. We can get chickens.
I can eat people.
We can buy a slave and go cannibalize them. I mean, it's an option.
No, there are no slaves in this
I can
land.
hunt- I can
That is a
hunt
big no-no around here.
Well,
Okay,
they're
how
not
about we
slaves
go
if
to
they're already
hireling?
dead.
We get a hireling and like he's supposed to carry our burdens, but little does he know he's actually dinner.
Because then someone will notice that, it doesn't just...
yeah.
Would it be okay if 100 rats, like, say, grab someone's small child and brings them?
Are we guys?
You are a
We're all
witch.
fighting the bad people
I am
here.
a goblin. I can eat anything that
Hey,
exists.
Wolf, you're also a witch, so kidnapping children's up your alley.
Oh, there we go.
We are not eating children.
I just need to eat an orphanage. You're fine.
Stab you, Wolf.
They
So,
said
route
there were
number
small
2.
children disappeared. They were delicious.
Route number 2.
Baby rat grins, baby.
God damn it! Focus! We would need about 56 rations.
Okay.
Is that for everybody?
That
all
would
8
be
characters.
for everyone. All 8 characters.
Yeah, I have
Because a
6
ration
rations
is-
myself, so I just need to buy like 2 rations for myself, so you don't even have to worry about my character.
I'm good. Like I have 2 weeks worth of rations.
Okay,
for
so that's
myself.
only 6 characters worth of rations. And
Yeah,
your
so-
character, you have rations?
Yep. I'm good.
Okay.
And I got
Fine.
20, so in case somebody wants to have like a third breakfast, I got you.
Hobbits.
And that's not including all the stuff I'll hunt on the way there.
Right.
Or the
I'm
people
sorry,
that would disappear.
I'm just like imagining a GTA version of me just like running over an elk with a fucking wagon. It's like,
I just want everybody to wake up like from their sleeping bags, look outside, and just Gnerzi's just like munching on like half an arm. Just kind of look at him like, what? Like it's no big deal.
We're not going cannibal.
I'm
not
a
killing-
I'm
we're
a
not-
goblin.
This is a goblin.
Every
We are
meat
not-
is edible.
We are not eating sentient races.
It just means it's smart food.
Wait. So
Link is in right
that
now,
is. All right, Ulrich. Catch you later.
Good night.
man. Take care, Ulrich,
Later.
man. It was great having you.
So yes,
See you, Snape.
now you have an idea of what you're doing. Next fucking session should go
John.
smoothly.
As for you, you need to tell me music you want prepared.